Hey everybody, what's up? Tim here, and I hope wherever you're at today, you are doing awesome and crushing it, and that you are not only surviving, but that you are thriving. Title for today is You Are the Storm. One of my favorite quotes of all time says, "The devil whispered in my ear, you're not strong enough to withstand the storm." And I whispered back in the devil's ear, I am the storm. So the main point I want you to come away with today is you are the storm. Folks, right now we live in uncertain times. We live in challenging times. We live in uncommon times. And uncommon times call for uncommon people. Uncommon times call for uncommon thinking. Uncommon times call for uncommon attitudes. And I believe that you're uncommon. And I believe that I am too. Many times stuff shows up in our life and it tries to rock us and it tries to threaten us. And sometimes it's the actual event. Sometimes it's the voices that go inside our minds, either ours or from the enemy or from other people or the media or whatever. And they say to us, I'm going to break you, I'm going to break you, I'm going to crush you. But what we need to realize is that we are the storm. That the storm needs to be afraid of us. That we're bigger than the storm. We're better than the storm. And that it's not going to rock us, we are going to rock it. So behind me sits Hershey, PA, Hershey Park. And the roller coasters are running, and the drop towers are running, and the kissing tower's running. And this park sits in a valley. It's a huge amusement park. It's open right now. And if you ever want to check it out, it is a great day. And many times, far off in the distance on a summer day like today, you can see the storm starting to gather. You can see the clouds starting to get dark. And everybody starts to run for cover, and the park starts to take preventative action to lock everything down. But let me tell you what, there's been hundreds, if not thousands of storms hit this park. And this park is still here. Why? Because it is unmovable. It is unshakable. And so are you. You are unmovable and you are unshakable. How do I know that? Well, number one, you and I are both filled with the power of Almighty God. And if that's not enough to get you excited, I don't know what is. Number two, no one else on the planet is like you. You know, in Washington, D.C., in the Smithsonian Institute, there's something called the Hope Diamond. It's one of a kind, and they lock it down and they guard it because it's unique. It's the only diamond like it on the planet. Well, you're the only you like you on the planet. You are unique. You are special. No one else is like you. And because of that, that means you are invaluable and one of a kind. And I could take a $100 bill and grind it into the mud and get it all dirty and spread all kinds of crap and garbage all over it. But at the end of the day, it's still $100. Well, the same thing is true with you and I. It doesn't matter what hits us. We are still like that $100 bill. We are still unique and have unbelievable value. And the third reason I know that you are the storm is because nobody's survived what you have. Nobody's gone through what you have. Nobody's got hit and gotten up again and again and again. And I know you're like that or you wouldn't be watching this. So you're uncommon. You have that uncommon mindset. You are the storm. So we need to stop being threatened by the situations and the voices that come against us. Now, they may be tough, it may be challenging, but once again, we're not common. The common thing is to quit. The common thing is to give up. The common thing is to give in and be fearful. But uncommon times call for an uncommon attitude. And you know, last week I talked about the movie Rocky. Well, another one of my favorite movies is the movie Rudy. And two awesome quotes from the movie Rudy are, the number one quote that I love is where Rudy's being confronted by his buddy Fortune. And Rudy quit the football team at Notre Dame. And if you've not seen it, check out the movie. And Fortune is challenging him to go back to the team and not quit and not give up. And Fortune tells him, he goes, look, you've graduated from Notre Dame. You've played football and hung in with the toughest team in the land for 2 years. He goes, if that doesn't get you excited, if that doesn't mean you have value, nothing will. And he goes on to say that you have nothing to prove in your life to anybody but yourself. The only person that you and I have to prove anything to is ourselves. And if you didn't have what it takes to be the storm, if you didn't have that uncommon mentality, that uncommon psychology, you wouldn't be here. Now, we all get discouraged, we all get frustrated, but that's why I'm here. I'm trying to breathe life and encouragement and enthusiasm into you because that's what I do. And I get knocked down too. But if we are doing our affirmations and our visualizations and we're taking action and we're hanging out with positive people and we just remind ourselves that we're the storm and we speak back to it. You speak back to the things that come against you. You say, no, you're not going to break me. You're actually going to make me. We need to learn to do that because if we don't start talking back to things, things are going to talk to us and they're going to overwhelm us. So every time the devil whispers in your ear, every time your voice whispers in your ear, or you whisper inside your own head, or somebody else whispers that you're the storm, that the storm's going to break you, you say, no, I am the storm. You're bigger. You're going to survive. Just like Hershey Park survived, just like Rudy survived. And the last quote from Rudy that I absolutely love is when Rudy's going out to play his game. When he's going out to play the last game of the year, it's the only game he's ever dressed. It's the only shot he's ever going to take. It's the only shot he's ever going to make at playing for Notre Dame. And in the locker room, the Notre Dame coach gets the team together and he says, I want you to remember, nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. So are you letting the storms lie to you? Are you letting the voices and the situations lie to you? Are they convincing you that they're bigger than you and they're going to break you and they're going to destroy you? Are they coming into your house and pushing you around? Stop it. If you are, stop it. And if you fall down, just get back up again. Try again. Attack them again. Realize that you are the storm. Once again, you are empowered by Almighty God. You are unique, and nobody's experienced your circumstances and your situations. And you've come too far and done too much to give up now. So the next time something comes in and tries to push you around in your house, you say, nobody, and I mean nobody, comes into my house, comes into my world, comes into my job, comes into my relationships, comes into my finances, comes into my life and pushes me around. And the next time the voice says you can't withstand the storm, you whisper back and you say, I am the storm. I am not only going to receive you challenge, I'm not only going to endure you obstacle, but I am going to use you to thrive. I'm going to use you as the very springboard to move forward and to propel me into a greater level of success than ever possible, because I am the storm and no one comes into my house, into my life, into my world and pushes me around. So this is Tim with today's SCE. Hope you found that helpful. Remember, you are the storm, and don't let anybody or anything come into your life, your world, your being, and push you around. Thanks for watching. Have an awesome day. I'll talk to you soon.